We here at Mayhem Media
understand the trials and tribulations of life.
No matter how hard life can get.
Suicide is never the answer.
There's more assistance available today than ever before.
If you or a loved one are suffering from suicidal thoughts, please don't try and take it on alone.
Call or text 988 if you live in the U.S.
Or if you're in Great Britain, call 116123 or text 85258.
The world is a better place with you in it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mayhem Media. I am not your host tonight. I am just going to do the intro and do the introductions here. I am going to be the special guest tonight. Wolfman is going to take his turn as host, and I'm going to go through and give my predictions for AEW Double or Nothing, which is coming up on Sunday. I was thinking about doing a watch along for that show, but I think we're gonna stop with the wrestling watch alongs for just a moment or two. We've gotten some feedback about it, and it's it's good if you can't watch it and you want to listen to us, that would be the way to do it. But we haven't had a lot of time to promote that yet, so we're probably gonna wait until the next one to try it. But Wolfman is normally the prediction specialist. He's going to take his turn at the hosting today. So Wolfman, I'm going to let you take it. He doesn't have access to the studio, so this is going to be some communication here. So Wolfman, you let me know when you want to bring up a visual or switch visuals, and we'll take care of it.
All right. It's awesome to be the host for once instead of the co-host.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, now I'm in charge instead of Connor.
Absolutely. Connor couldn't even make it. I mean, it's not his fault. He didn't know he was going to be able to make this episode, but yeah, you're in charge, man. So you lead the way.
All right. So how many matches we got for?
We have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 matches, which is pretty standard it's pretty standard for AEW cards. Usually you're going to get between 8 and 12 matches with a lot of their cards, usually around the 9 to 10 range. That's pretty much their standard. So you may think it's a lot, but if you think back, Wolfman, just even 10 years ago, remember WWE used to be a wrestling company and would have, 8 to 10 matches on a 2-hour card.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was when it was good.
Yeah. And AEW does 3-hour pay-per-views. So adding, being 9 matches for a 3-hour pay-per-view, I think that's pretty good. Some of them are going to be short. I'm hoping a few of them go a little longer.
Unlike that UFC fight with Ronda Rousey.
If you want to get me started on that, I am not for all the hate that they've been getting. You know how that's her 9th submission under a minute, right? In her career.
Wow.
Yeah, people are like, oh, it was fake because she did. I was like, what about the other 8 times she submitted somebody in under a minute? There's one where she got somebody in the first 9 seconds. There's one that's 32 seconds. She's got 9 of them under a minute. And then if you count under 3 minutes, it's 11 in the first round. Yeah. So was it staged? I don't think so. I think Ronda Rousey got lucky. Gina wanted to punch. Ronda took her down, got her with some really good right-hand shots, which caused her to cover up, exposing her arm, took her right into the arm. Mm-hmm. If you go back and look at some of her submissions, it's right out of that. Like it's a copy and paste. So
yeah,
she's
a good fighter, but I wouldn't want to screw with her.
No, and now she's done. She's retiring. She got her last payday. Good for her. I hope she can find a future somewhere. I mean, I imagine she's not just going to retire for good. Hopefully she can find, something else to do, but she likely has enough money. She don't have to do shit.
No, she'll probably just raise her family and maybe occasionally do training with train some rookies.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll stay in shape. Yeah. All right.
So yeah.
So let's get to this
All right.
one. I'm just going to start. Oh, let's. I forgot to tell you, I did get the stuff for the Owen Hart Cup. That starts in this pay per view. The Owen Hart Cup matches.
I did
will
not
start.
find any visuals for that.
You don't even want to know what I had to go through to find these, pal. All right.
Jeez.
So I don't blame you for not having these because I had to do some searching to be able to find these visuals. So now Wolfman did find the other ones for me, so he got the other ones set up for me so that we could have other visuals. But I had to find the Owen Hart tournament. So Double or Nothing, we're getting 2 of the matches. We're having Samoa Joe and Will Ospreay. They'll face each other in the first round, and then Swerve Strickland and Bandito will face each other in the first round. And we might as well just start with those if you're cool with that, Wolfman.
Yeah.
So why don't you talk us into it? Who's this match? I'm going to be helping Wolfman. If people are tuning in or tuning in later, I'm also going to be helping Wolfman to start to understand how to host it. So you might hear me guide him or say something or prompt him from time to time. Don't think of anything of it. This is all part of Wolfman starting to get into the hosting chair.
Yeah, I'm still learning.
Absolutely. But go ahead, man. Take it.
Let's see. The first match for Double or Nothing is Swerve Strickland versus Bandito for the men's tournament qualifier for the Owen Hart tournament.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the first match or not, but this is just the first one we're going to go with. I actually don't know. I couldn't find an order. I don't know if you did. You didn't find an order, did you?
No, I just looked up the AEW stuff, and this is what they gave me.
Yeah, I'm just saying I did not see any kind of order to the matches, so we're just going to do this in the order that we've chosen here. So, I'm going to have to go with Swerve Strickland. I think Bandito, they've really been pushing him. He had a good run. I don't think you can have Swerve Strickland put Bandito over right now. So I think Swerve Strickland has to win this for his character, for any kind of storyline he wants to do next. I think it has to be Swerve Strickland on this. And furthermore, as a fan, that's who my pick would be. So both my picks, both as a prediction specialist and a fan, Swerve Strickland.
Okay, sounds good. Next match is also another qualifying match. It's going to be Will Ospreay versus Samoa Joe.
Now are you a Will Ospreay fan?
I've never heard of him, but I've actually got the chance to see Samoa Joe live at TNA.
Okay, yeah, Samoa Joe is not in his TNA days, Wolfman. I just want to point that out, but he can still get it done in the ring. I think
that was back in 2011.
Yeah, I think this is a really, really tough match to call. And this is the other reason I love AEW matches, because look at the first 2. You have Swerve Strickland, who yes, he just recently lost the title, but they've been building something with him with the story. And Bandito, who they've been pushing, was just a Ring of Honor champion. He was just a trios champion. Like, he's getting his push too. And now you have both of them facing each other. Same with Will Ospreay and Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's just returning, I think, after a short rest or injury recovery.
I think he was injured.
Will Ospreay also kind of coming back from a recent injury. It's weird to have these 2 together, and it makes it hard to predict who is going to win. Now, for this one, I don't think it hurts either one. If Will Ospreay wins and Joe loses, I don't think that hurts them. In fact, I think what we could be seeing is a build-up between the Ops and the Death Riders. I think that's what this is likely going to lead into and spark into, and potentially that. So, oh man, I'm going to have to go both as a fan and my professional pick. I'm going to have to pick Will Ospreay for both picks.
Okay.
I'm a Samoa Joe fan, but Will Ospreay has something special, and I'd like to see more of it. And I think this is going to be a great match for the both of them. This could be one of those. This match could go 30 minutes. This could be a 30-minute match, I think. Yeah. So yeah, Will Ospreay.
All right. Next match is a women's tournament qualifier.
Yep.
It's Athena versus What's that name? I can't really read it from here.
Oh, Mina Shirakawa. My apologies, sir. I forgot you're on the
Mina?
phone. I'm on a big computer screen. You're on your phone. So
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Athena former WWE superstar Ember Moon?
yes, I believe so. And she's former Ring of Honor World Champion, who's now doing whatever kind of run in AEW. We'll probably save that for when we start bringing the our bi-weekly discussion shows back. I'm going to save that whole bit about Ring of Honor wrestlers being on AEW TV like a lot.
I was a fan of Ember Moon. She was good.
Athena's good. I'd like to, the one person who Ring of Honor has that I'd like to see more of.
Who
is oh my goodness, Billy Starks.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, she's good. I was started to track her when she was still in OVW, I believe it was. So when I saw her arrive on AEW TV and in Ring of Honor, I was like, yes, that is so awesome. And that's one of the things that I like about now that I've started to get back in, with the podcasting and stuff. We're obviously into indie wrestling, and we watch it and track it a little bit here and there. So, but that's one thing, man. Seeing somebody that's low finally get their shot and make it like that. That's freaking awesome. And I think Billy Starks is one of the best ones. She's going to have an amazing future. Her and Julia Hart are some of the best women we're going to see over the next 20 years. Let's get back to the match, though.
Who do you got?
I think they're doing something with Mina Shirakawa. So if they want to keep that run going, then I think she's going to win over Athena. And Athena's kind of been in and out lately. So I'm going to have to go with Mina. I'm going to have to go with Mina Shirakawa. As a fan, I don't really have a preference. Like, I don't like one more than the other. I think they're both fine wrestlers, and I think they'll put on I think they're going to put on a really good match. But I don't think it has super repercussions like the first two men's matches that we've seen. Let me ask you.
They're equally matched. It looks like about the same body size.
No, Mina Shirakawa is actually she is a bigger Japanese women's wrestler, but she's Athena's I believe has her in size, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Maybe not by too much, not by some of the other women, but she's definitely Athena's one of the bigger women in the AEW Ring of Honor roster.
I think that AEW is doing a better job than WWE personally.
I think so with a lot of things, actually. I know a lot of people like to say about the story and stuff. You just don't want the story they're giving you. That's what your problem is. Okay. They are telling long-term stories. You just don't tune in week to week. You just didn't watch from 2 years ago. They've had a lot of things come back from the beginning of their company's history, come back to play in storylines. And that's what I love. That's what I love about what they're doing and how you see different people wrestle different people. Because then if they ever want to run a storyline, you've got history with that person, something to build off of. So I love it. I think that AEW is doing a great job, and the women are really doing good. I wish they would give them more time. That's my one complaint with AEW is that some of the women's matches are short. And I don't, I want to see that. Why can't they have a 25-minute match? Why can't they have a 30-minute match? They can. They used to do it before. I think, who was it? It was Britt Baker and who did she face? It might have been Jamie Hayter. Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. No, I can't be sure if it was Jamie Hayter, but it was a cage match, and that match went like 45 minutes. I think it was a match of the year candidate back in 2022. Yeah, it was. So I think that women's matches need to be a little longer. That's about my only complaint with it.
Okay.
Oh,
next match. Ooh,
let's do this one.
Okay, this is the men's new Intercontinental Championship.
International.
International? Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay, bro. We don't have it. Yeah, AEW can't have an Intercontinental belt. That's WWE.
Okay.
AEW decided to, instead of having an Intercontinental belt, they were going to have an International Championship. And then later, in fact, we'll do that match next, the Continental Championship.
Oh, that's confusing.
And when AEW combines them both, No, they still don't call it the Intercontinental Championship. They call it the Unified Championship for some strange reason. But
That's even more confusing.
yeah, well, it gets more confusing with this match because you got two members of the Don Callis family, although Kensuke Takeshita has been kind of on the outs with the Don Callis family a little bit. So maybe we'll start to see some fracture. I think something with the Don Callis family has to start happening. Although I don't like to rush things. I don't want to be one of those fans that's like, oh, it's time for it to resolve. No, tell the story, whatever you're doing. I am curious to see what the Don Callis family is doing. There's like 15 of them now. You haven't seen a stable this big since the NWO.
Nope.
And I want to see. I am very curious to see where it's going to go. For this,
do you think the Don Callis family is going to get involved?
That is a great question, Wolfman. That is a really great question. Oh man, you know what? I could see it. This could be Takeshita's. You know what? This is my pick. I think Takeshita's gonna win unless the Don Callis family gets involved. If the Don Callis family gets involved, then they're going to turn on Takeshita, have Okada keep the international title, and we'll see something start developing with Takeshita against the Don Callis family. But yeah, that's great. It's interesting, Wolfman. I didn't even consider that. Yeah, actually, I think I might go with that. This could be. I think we could see either one. I think we'll see one of these guys split from the Don Callis family or be kicked out of the Don Callis family, and the other one wins will be brought in, like is in the Don Callis family. I think that's what it's likely going to be. I really think it's going to be Okada that stays in the Don Callis family. I think Takeshi's been there a long time, and they'll likely take him. They'll likely take him somewhere else.
It's kind of looking like kind of reminds me of back in the TNA days when it was the Aces and Eights.
I like the Aces and Eights a little bit, except they kept there was some, it was fine. It was a fine thing. The Don Callis family I like it, but I am very curious to see where it's going to go. And I have the urge to say, well, it's time for it to start getting to where it's going, right? As a fan, I'd like to see what is the Don Callis family doing other than just continuing to have half the roster, right?
Yeah.
But I also don't want to rush it. I don't like those fans that want to rush it and then complain about it. Like, if they're telling a story, let them tell it. And people complain about AEW storylines. Don Callis family has been building for years. They're doing something with it. I just don't know when we're going to get that payoff or what it's going to be, right?
When you least expect it.
Yeah.
Oh, this one, I looked it up and I'm like, oh, that looks like a good one.
Yeah.
If I could watch it, I think I would watch this match in particularly because of John Moxley.
Yeah. You're a Moxley fan?
Yeah, I'm a huge Moxley fan. I actually have John Moxley's autograph.
Nice. Now, do you have it as John Moxley or as Dean Ambrose?
I have it as, let me see. It's right here.
Oh, nice. And yeah, he did sign a max. Oh, yeah, it's an AEW thing. Okay, cool. He wouldn't have signed it. He would not have signed that Dean Ambrose if it was an AEW thing. Yeah,
no. Yeah, that's like a $350 action figure right there.
Yeah, you have quite the collection. Maybe we'll have to put together an episode and showcase your collection sometime.
Yeah, it keeps growing.
Yeah, that's how they do. My pick for this, I'm a fan of Kyle O'Reilly, and it looks like they want to try and push him and do something with him. I don't think the Continental Championship is going to be the way to go. I think John Moxley is going to keep the Continental title on this and keep reigning with it, keep doing whatever he's doing with the Death Riders right now. For whatever reason, they decided to take the world title off him and put the Continental title on him to give him another long reign. It's weird. I'm not, while I don't understand it, and I do think it's weird, I'm also not turned off by it. I'm also not like, oh, this is stupid or it sucks. It's interesting. I'm curious, but it's not like, I hate it or anything like that. So, but I do believe Moxley, and both as a fan and as the prediction specialist on this episode, I'm going to go with Moxley.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think they gave the title to MJF, didn't they?
No, Darby has it right now.
Okay. For some reason, I thought MJF had it.
Yeah, MJF did have it. He did take it off John Moxley, and he had a good 3-4 month reign with it. He was rolling through everybody. I thought he was going to keep going with it. I thought they were going to run a story where he was just going through everybody in AEW. But they then all of a sudden Darby Allin, they decided to give him his run. Not that he doesn't deserve it. He absolutely deserves his title run.
Darby's good.
He's been defending it. Hold on. Let's wait. Let's talk to about Darby in a minute.
Okay.
Because he's got the match. So we're going to talk about Darby for a few minutes. Let's crank through some of these.
Stadium Stampede.
Yeah. This is weird, in my opinion, right? Jericho, the Hurt Syndicate, and the Elite against the Demand, the Don Callis family, and the Dogs. I personally don't get this match. I don't understand it.
Is that Ricochet?
What?
Is that Ricochet?
Yeah, Ricochet. He's in the Demand is what they're called. Him and the two guys behind him. Man, what are their names? I'm totally drawing a blank on their names all of a sudden. There's three of them, and they're like a 3-man stable that AEW likes to have.
Okay.
And yes, that's Ricochet.
Okay, I remember him from WWE and NXT.
Yes, he left, and they've been doing a lot of stuff with him. I really like what they're doing with him, and he's not bad. He's not a bad. Oh, Bishop Khan and Toa Leona.
Okay.
What are they called? The Gates of Agony, as what their tag team name was called when they joined, and then they paired them with Ricochet to make the Demand, is what they're called.
Does he still go by Ricochet, or is he going by a different name?
No, I believe he's going by Ricochet still.
Okay.
I believe that's his name. Let me check.
Because I didn't know if WWE owned that name or not.
No, yeah, it's according to my sources, and I'm almost certain they still call him Ricochet.
Okay. Yeah, because I know WWE, I think, owns John Cena's name.
Yeah. Oh, and he's anyway for as far as picking this, it's gonna have to be. I think it has to be Jericho, the Hurt Syndicate, and the Elite. They're the ones that Jericho's coming back. He's been getting beat up. It's his payoff time. The Hurt Syndicate's just coming back from a short absence. If you want them to get back in the tag title picture and start pushing them, you got to push them. And the Elite making their reformation with Kenny Omega and Jungle Jack Perry, no longer Jungle Boy Jack Perry. He's Jungle Jack Perry. And the Elite, I think it has to be that team that wins. That's the only. Yeah. I don't know. I don't see how it could end differently. I think they have to win. That's my opinion on it.
And if nobody's ever seen that kind of match, is that a like no holds barred kind of match?
It takes place in a stadium. It literally takes place in a stadium, like a football stadium or a soccer stadium. It's a stadium. It's at least it started during the COVID days, and it was just an empty stadium. So I really don't know how they're going to put this one together. So if they follow the past things, it'll be in a stadium, no stands or no fans. It'll just be in a stadium. It'll be like televised on the big screen for the crowd that's there.
So it's like a no holds barred, but somewhere else.
It's just out in the stadium. Yeah, it's literally in a stadium. That's what it's called. It's a stadium stampede match. They literally you start with 1-on-1 and think War Games.
Okay.
War Games match where so much time passes, then the next person from one team comes in, then the next person from the other team, and they just keep. Actually, I don't think it alternates. I think each round another one comes in from each team.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Now this is a big one. Usually they've been 5-on-5. This is a 7-on-7.
Holy crap!
So yeah, this is huge. This is one of the biggest matches that AEW is likely to put on. I expect it to follow the same formula, that it'll likely be in a stadium of some kind or some kind of separate thing. I don't see it being in the main stadium with the crowd. And it will be crazy. The other ones have been crazy. So this one being 7-on-7 is just going to be.
It's going to be bloody.
Yeah, that too. I expect. Yeah, for the hardcore people. Some people don't like how AEW does some hardcore stuff. That's going to be the match where there's going to be bloody. That and Moxley's match, I would expect.
Yeah.
And this one, the next
broken bones and blood.
Yeah, and this one, Wolfman.
Oh yeah, this one, an I Quit match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Cage and Copeland versus FTR.
Yep. I think Cage and Cope are going to win this. Just because FTR has been heels and they've been kind of falling flat. I think they got to turn back to faces right now. I think their heel run has been subpar. If they're having fun with it, great, but I haven't been a huge fan, but I want to cheer FTR. I don't want to boo them. I like FTR. But in this case, I think Cage and Cope have to win this. They've been losing recently. They've been getting the better, and I don't think it's their time. I don't think they're walking away right yet. So I think Cage and Cope are going to win this unless Cage turns on Copeland. If Christian Cage turns, then the FTR will keep the belts. But I think they're having fun, and I think they're going to get – this is their swan song, Cage and Cope. So I think they're going to win the belts, and I think they're going to get a reign with those AEW tag belts. I don't think they've held the tag belts yet in AEW. So
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, for them to hold the belts in here would be pretty prestigious because they're WWE past and their longevity with that company to come to AEW and then have a good run towards at the end of their career with the AEW tag belts. My only concern is if they go on an undefeated streak and then retire with the tag belts the way Sting and Darby did. Okay, as long as they don't recreate the exact Sting storyline, I'm fine with them getting a title run at the end of their thing. I expect Christian and Cope to when it's their final match, they'll lose. They'll go out on their shields.
Yeah,
so
because Edge has been around a long time.
Yeah, and I think Cage and Cope have to win this though to keep the storyline going, to keep the interest in Cage and Cope. I think you have to give them a title run, even if it's a short one. So this is
also an I Quit match.
Yeah, it is, which is questionable for Christian. That's why I said Christian's a question mark there, man. Christian's a question mark in that match, but I'm going to have to pick Cage and Cope. I'm going to have to do it.
Yeah. Now we got the AEW Women's World Championship Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah. You want me to go over the names? I know you're having trouble seeing it. It's Thekla, the champion. Thekla's the champion. She's going against Hikaru Shida, who is no, she's not. I'm sorry. I was about to say the wrong person. Chris Statlander and Jamie Hayter. I think if anybody's going to win this, it's going to be Jamie Hayter or Thekla. Thekla will retain or Jamie Hayter can get the win. Chris Statlander and Hikaru Shida have been doing like a story together where they keep kind of messing each other up and getting in each other's way and costing each other matches and stuff. So I expect those two something will happen with those two and Thekla or Jamie Hayter will likely get the upper hand. I honestly don't see Thekla dropping the title at this match. They're doing something with Thekla. Not. They're doing something with Thekla and I'm Sky Blue and Julia Hart. Oh my goodness. I don't really care for what they've been doing, but it seems like they're doing something. I don't know that Thekla loses the belt, so I'm going to have to pick Thekla to retain that. As a fan, I wouldn't mind having Jamie Hayter have the belt. I'm not really a huge Thekla fan, so I wouldn't mind seeing the belt switch up and getting Jamie Hayter the belt, but from a storyline and story standpoint, I think I have to go with Thekla.
Yeah. Ooh.
And
this is another match I would like to see.
Yes.
Darby Allin versus MJF for the title. And a title versus hair?
Title versus hair, yep. Darby Allin.
Whose hair? Darby's or MJF's?
MJF's if he loses. If Darby loses, then MJF wins the belt. If Darby wins, he keeps the belt and MJF loses his hair.
Oh, okay.
This might be the hardest match to predict. And let's talk about Darby for a second. Darby has been defending the belt every single week on Dynamite. That champions don't do that. You just don't see champions do that. So I like what they've been doing. Nope. They've been giving him legitimate matches where you can see him just losing. You can see him losing the belt. I could see him losing to Brody King. Brody King was having a good run, and it could have made sense to make him champion for for a short bit. AEW does like to pass around the belts a little bit from time to time. They like to do a long reign and then they'll pass it around to a couple people, which I think makes it a little more realistic, right? That's what I think. But so could this be the end of Darby's reign? Does it go back to MJF? Ooh.
I don't think so, personally.
They've been doing some comedy bits with MJF losing his hair. They had him walk into Dynamite, and Renee Paquette had a conversation with him, and then as he was walking through, he encountered like 25 people who were all bald. Some of them were backstage people with AEW. Ricochet was there. Tommaso Ciampa, he's bald. He was there. Like there's a bunch of bald wrestlers that are normally bald, just being there, and then just some other people who you didn't recognize, likely backstage hands or people they just found to fill the part. But he encountered like 25 bald people.
Like a carton of eggs.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And MJF, this is why I love MJF, man. He's so good. He's walking through this car park, arriving for AEW, and all these Renee Paquette asked him about being bald right at the top, and then all of a sudden he's passing all these bald people, and he's noticing each of them. He's like, he's doing the eyeball. He's like,
what the hell?
Yeah, and then he stops to have a conversation. Ricochet stops him and pulls his hat off, because he's wearing a hat, and then he's like, you're gonna look great, baby. You know what I mean? It's Tommaso Ciampa is wearing like a beanie hat, and he pulls it off, and then he kind of does the thing to him. Like it's so hilarious, and MJF plays into it so well, man. That's why I'm such an MJF fan. But I don't know. They've been doing this kind of comedy angle with MJF right after going off this hardcore angle where he was putting pins through people's cheeks and stuff. So it's weird the way they've been bouncing him back and forth. But I don't know, man. This has been the toughest call, man. I don't know. I don't think MJF loses his hair. You think MJF loses his hair?
If it were my prediction, I would go with Darby Allin.
Really? You think MJF would lose his hair? No.
There might be a storyline in the making.
I think, you know what? I think I'm going to go with Darby Allin too, and I think MJF is going to somehow run away or get away and not have his hair shaved. And Darby Allin is going to hunt. The champion is going to hunt the contender, something we don't see very often, which would be cool as shit to see. In my opinion, seeing Darby Allin, the champion, hunt MJF, the contender,
and scalp him.
Yeah, instead of the other way around. Yeah, looking to shave his hair. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm going to go with that. Thank you, Wolfman. See, you're still getting a prediction specialist done even on a company you don't watch every day. That's what I'm saying, man. But yeah, I'm going to go with yours. I like your pick. Darby Allin as the champion, and I think MJF. I'm going to amend it though. I'm going to say MJF gets away and doesn't gets his head shaved. You're going to miss. Everybody's going to miss out. People are going to boo it, but I don't care. It's going to end up going somewhere, and I think Darby ends up hunting MJF, trying to scalp him, trying to take his hair. Yeah, that's what I think.
I just do predictions for the fun of it. I don't care if I'm right or wrong.
Yeah, well, I don't really care either, but
it's just fun.
I'm having a great time having a conversation with you, Wolfman. I like doing these with you. They're fun. You're good at seeing different angles that I don't see.
Yep.
So it's fun doing these with you, even when you're the host and I'm the prediction specialist.
Yeah, it feels weird, doesn't it?
Yes. Oh no, it's going to feel more weird when you're 100% hosting it and I'm 100% the guest. That's when it's going to feel very weird, because then I'm going to be like people are going to see me getting ready to open my mouth, and then they're going to see me sit back and wait because it's it's not my place, it's yours. But yeah, so I like that. Darby Allin keeps the title. MJF's going to get away with his hair, but then end up being hunted by Darby Allin. So,
and then they're going to have a whole segment of Darby Allin like hunting MJS.
Yeah.
Like, where's the wabbit?
Yeah, those are my picks. For the overall Owen Hart tournament, I think it's going to be Will Ospreay. And for the women's, is it going to come up? Okay. For the women's, I'm going to have to go with oh man, as a fan, I want it to be Sky Blue. And why is Julia Hart not in this? My goodness. Tony Khan, if you're watching this right now, and I know that you are, please do more with Julia Hart and Sky Blue. And please get Britt Baker back on television immediately. Okay? It's time. We want to see her. She will have the huge pop. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what the issues have been. Get over it. Get her back on the roster. She's still on the roster, so you've never removed her from the roster, which means you're paying her to stay at home. Get her back to shows, man. People want to see Britt Baker. I want to see Britt Baker. Wolfman wants to see Britt Baker, damn it.
He wants to. If you want to make money and put asses in seats, that's what you do.
Yeah, Britt Baker, okay? She's right now, man, she'd be perfect to throw in the women's division right now. Don't give her the TBS title. Put her right back in the world title picture immediately. But I would, and the women's, I want to see Sky Blue win it. That's why I want to see win it. I want to see Sky Blue win it. I don't know if that, from a pick standpoint, I don't know. Maybe Mina Shirakawa. I think she might be the front runner, or Persephone if they want to try her and give her a push. But I would love for it to be Sky Blue. That's, as a fan, I want it to be Sky Blue.
Okay.
So those are my picks for AEW Double or Nothing. I am likely going to be watching it. We don't have any episodes this weekend. We're not doing a watch along for it. I'm just going to watch it as a fan. We don't have any shows this weekend. I don't think we have a show on Monday either, do we? I don't have the calendar.
No, because that's Memorial Day.
Yeah, it's next Monday for this. So next Monday is our show for the next MCU episode, which is,
and that's the Age of Ultron.
Yeah, we're going to do one movie this time because it's an Avengers movie. We decided from now on, when we get to an Avengers movie, it's going to be a standalone movie by itself. So it's going to be Avengers Age of Ultron is the next MCU episode. That'll be on Monday.
Yep.
And I have a busy week next week. And also look for tomorrow night, my episode with Brock's Boulder. So make sure you check him out. It's a great episode with him. That releases tomorrow. I shot that earlier this week, so make sure you look for that. That releases tomorrow at, I believe it's going to be, I said it for 6 or 8 p.m. I think I said it for 6 p.m. tomorrow. So look for that episode and give it a watch, please, because it's a great episode. Brock's Boulder is a great guy, and we want to have him on again. And go check him out, his own company. He just started Aftermath Pro Wrestling. Go check it out on his Facebook, and it's just on Facebook right now. They're just getting it started, but go check that out as well. Wolfman, you go check it out too.
Will do.
It's a new indie company, so I know how much you like to follow those around, and it's in your area too, so you might be able to go to some shows or something.
That'd be cool. And I'll just tell them that JD sent me.
Yeah, in fact, I might even put you guys together. We're going to talk after this. We're going to talk after the show. We're not going to conduct this on the air. We're going to close this episode out. So leave a comment, leave a review for Wolfman on how he did hosting the episode. I think he did good. The next time you see him host an episode, he's going to be doing the intro and the outro. So he's going to be practicing at that, and I'm going to be helping him get that set up so he can open and close the shows and start taking on more of the hosting as he wants to. Check out our storefront, bonfire.com/store/Mayhem Media Shop, and pick up some apparel. All of the new guys have new apparel coming. We're going to have pictures coming out soon. Me and Wolfman are the only ones. Oh, and Connor. Connor hasn't gotten his yet, and me and Wolfman haven't received ours. But as soon as we do, we will have lots of pictures being released with the brand new apparel, the upgraded designs. Everything looks awesome. Go to the storefront and buy one of them now. Don't wait. They look great. The new designs look great. They are coming out great on the apparel. It's always a concern when we put a new design on how it's going to come out on the apparel. They all look amazing. Go get one and support the show. Marcus Frederickson.
Got to do that.
Yep, and get ready for this, Wolfman. Pay attention. You're going to be doing all this. You got to get all the stuff out, all the shout outs. Make sure you go check out Marcus Frederickson. He's going to play us out as he plays us in and out of every episode of Mayhem Tainment and all the stuff we do. ReverbNation.com/Marcus Frederickson. And we're going to give one shout out to some of our friends, Headlocks, Heels, and Havoc. Go check them out while we've cut back some of our wrestling content. If you still want to have a lot of it, go check out Headlocks, Heels, and Havoc and tell them Mayhem Media sent you. And we're going to give Andrew Paletto a shout out. My favorite podcast, Popcorn and Whiskey. I don't know if he's going live tonight, but if not tonight, then he might be going live tomorrow night. He usually does it on Fridays and Saturday nights. Wolfman, he is the host.
What? Yeah.
I am the bad guy, JD. I was the prediction specialist tonight, and that's the end.